Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back. And today I've got a bit of a suggestion video, and I kind of want to get your thoughts on it because I feel like it's kind of needed. I've been discussing this a little bit on the podcast, but I kind of wanted to make its own video because I think it's kind of madness that this isn't a thing. Obviously, there is a lot in the game that needs to be fixed and needs to be, stuff. But we're not talking about unit balance or anything like that. We are talking about deathmatch. Deathmatch, obviously, you're dropping, you don't use your unit, it's just heroes. Obviously, with the unit balance, with the hero balance currently, it's a little bit unbalanced, to say the least. But that beside the point, it's quite a lot of fun. I enjoy it quite a lot, but I don't get to do it that often because for some reason it's on a time gate. And now to me, there is so much more you could do with this game mode in terms of, one, it should be in PvP and have no time gating whatsoever. The time gating for deathmatch, ridiculous. I honestly think it should fall into the same category somewhere in here, deathmatch. Or they should call it arena. Now, and this could stem into so many different things, into one, different types of deathmatch, because at the moment it's first one to the most amount of kills, that I think is cool. I think that's cool, and I think that should still be the same thing. But they could add other deathmatches that are like, imagine a field battle that's very small, but you have points that you've got to take. You got A, B, and C, and you've got to stand on them. But small map with just heroes fighting on points and trying to hold points and take the points. I think you could open up a very new, a new player base with that, because there is a lot of players that don't like using units, and this may sound weird because of the style of the game that I don't get, but there are some people that join the game and love playing with their hero, love getting hero kills, but kind of like are not for the unit play really. But if it was a game mode where it's literally you can sign up for it as PvP without your unit, you can just use your hero, and then there's different game modes for the deathmatch. As I said, like A, B, and C, you've got to get on the points, take them, hold them with your team. Even larger death matches where it's, still a small thing, but it's 15 versus 15 and you've got the points to take. Or you make it like a siege, but without units on one of the smaller maps, like the one of those forts where it's just literally A and then home base, or, the sort of AI maps, as they call them, the really small ones. Just with heroes could be entertaining as a purely deathmatch focal thing. Then this could also lead to ranked death matches where you have like a sort of the same sort of screen as what you have for your house, but you have it for your arena team or your deathmatch team, and you sign up and it's actually a ranked deathmatch. So you go up in the rankings and you could make a competitive scene pretty quickly out of deathmatch. Now, of course, people would come up with different comps, maybe like one short bow in the back, two shields, some bastard swords, or all bastard swords, or all spear and shields. It'd be interesting to see what people come up with for builds of like 5v5 or like 10v10. And I think it would be a really cool thing to have untime gated, because it makes no sense to me. They are exciting, they're funny, they can be frustrating, of course, if you're getting stomped, but like so can Siege, and that's just PvP games as it goes. But it doesn't make sense to me that they're not sort of popped here. This training AI battle, shove that in PvE, and then deathmatch here, and you get different deathmatch modes, like you get different maps for this. You go in and you might have the one where you got to get 40 kills, and then you might have the one where you have to get on points. Just have it rotating. Nice. And then obviously you would have ranked, or the deathmatch teams would kind of coincide with ranked battles. Maybe that would be time gated, similar to ranked is, but I think that would be a really good change for the game I think you would bring in a new scene of people, because I think a lot of people go into this game and don't realize deathmatch is a thing because you just never see the time gatedness of it. And you never get to experience it. I don't think I experienced deathmatch for a very long time when I started playing this game, purely because I just missed the event thing. So yeah, I think a little suggestion, and I just wanted to like bring it to light because the opportunity there is really large. So like we did deathmatch. It was the first time I've done deathmatch for months. I did it last night. Did a few games. Won 1, lost 2. But hold with me, boys. Be gentle with me, Watson. Get the AoE damage out, boys. Get the AoE damage out. Keep it coming. Yes, Nix, keep them flying. But had a good time with it, and it just, yeah, I was kind of like mulling on it, and I was like, why is it not in here? Like, I can only see the issue of like taking players from Siege, but you know, if you made it similar to Field Battle, where in terms of the only way a field battle procs is if there's enough people ready to go for it, you could do something like that. But I just don't see a reason why it can't be a permanent game mode. Alternatively, obviously, there is a way to sort out the things, the like siege battle and field battle. And I would like to see other modes, but I can go into that in another video. I just was pondering it, that it was, you know, like if we're currently on Thursday, we have to wait till Friday at, you know, 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock to play it. That is madness to me. It's madness. This should be a PvP mode. The player base, you could get so many more players in, especially if you made it a competitive scene, and it would just free people up from just Siege, because actually at the moment I feel like the game needs more to do than just Siege battles, and Deathmatch is something very different to Sieges. So yeah, and I think adding those extra game modes in, obviously the 40 kills, that's fine, keep that, but like a mini Siege without units seems pretty cool to me, and a mini field battle without units, super cool, and just keep them very tight, very small, but base, got to hold the points. You have to split your team up. Maybe you put someone over there like a short sword on this one that you've taken, just to hold it as long as possible. Then you're all fighting for different things, and like I can imagine, like from an esports point of view, you could build something much more entertaining to watch on Twitch. So for example, obviously they do on Twitch, they do like house v house sieges, but it's not very exciting for people that don't really know what's going on, where a ranked deathmatch, people can understand that more, what's happening. You know, you can hear the comms of people going, right, go for this person, da 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 da. And I think it could open up some doorways, and that's essentially what this video is. I'm just spitballing to see what people think, but and also potentially seeing if we can get, if one of the devs sees this and goes, actually that makes sense. I just think it opens up a new market, and it would be nice to be able to do something every now and then that isn't Siege. I could just go bang, let's say this was deathmatch, I could go sign up for it and get different game modes to play on there, have a bit of fun without a unit, and then go, okay, I'm bored of that now, back to Siege. And then yeah, so anyway, Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Let me know what you think. If you like this sort of content, I'd really appreciate the sub. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.